Hey gang, I apologize I did not have time to do this video last night. Just been kind of a crazy week. So hopefully this either clarifies or at least doesn't make things more confusing. So let me find my right screen here. So I'm actually mirroring my phone to my computer right now. I'm looking at a couple photos I took of my office buddy Lucky here. So these are basically the same photo. One's the original. You can see it takes up the full screen. And then I did some editing and then copied it back to the phone, the same photo, but different orientation. So one clue when you're looking at your phone that again, this depends on Android, what version of Android, or iOS for Apple. But if you see a lot of black above and below, usually means it's a not going vertical, it's going horizontal. Some phones you can go in here and edit and rotate on your phone. But with this, let's go, I believe, talking about copying from the computer, or from phone to computer. Sorry, I don't have a lot of caffeine in me yet. So, just copying from the phone to the desktop. Here we can see same photos again from the phone. One method is to right click and rotate right. Okay, that wasn't the right way. Gonna rotate back to left, back to left. So now if we open it, it's the right orientation. And it looks just like the original. So let's put it back. Doing a screen grab. Okay, we can use the built-in Windows tool Snippet. And I don't know how many years this has said it's getting replaced. No one, at least I myself, I don't like the snip and sketch. I do use snipping tool mainly because at work I can't install any other programs, so I just go with what I can do. Hit new. You do get the outline of what you're taking, but as you can see, you really got to look close, because over on the left side I'm cutting part of it off, and then over on the right side I'm going to have a bit of white in there, which doesn't show up here, but if you were to put it on a darker background, you would have that white line there. In snipping, there's really not a whole lot of modifying you can do, but then you can just save it, navigate to where you want to save it, give it a name. No, I don't. So the tool Tom was talking about, the Faststone, if you have installed it, it'll normally load when Windows starts up. If not, you should have in your start menu, you should be able to find it, or you could type in the search bar and bring it up. But if it is running, you should see, okay, it's not running for me. Let's take 2 on that. So if it is running, you should see it down here in your system tray, or if it's not readily visible right there, expand your system tray and see it there. Here you do have a few more options. You can open a file to edit. You got several different capture options here. So we want to do a rectangle. This kind of reminds me a lot of TechSmith's Snagit, because you get the orientation lines or the border lines. One thing you do get is in the bottom right hand corner, or if you've moved it another corner, you can see exactly where you're at. So that lets you do a little bit tighter or more accurate cuts. As you can see down here, I've still got a little bit of white on the edge, so I can take that in and get a tight screen grab. So it will launch in its editor once you do that. You've got some editing options. Pretty much any photo editor, usually if you go to edit, you'll have a rotate option or a flip. And then once you get it the orientation you want, just go ahead and hit save. And again, navigate where you want to save it. Let's close that. I don't need to save it. So now, okay, so let's pull up the form here. Let's reply to Tom. Let's go ahead and insert the image. So we're going to take the one that we know is not orientated correctly. And of course it's too big. Okay, and that's not a problem. So let's go through a couple options on how to resize it. You can edit with the built-in paint program with that's in Microsoft. And you can go to resize. So we want to go percentage. Let's see if 50% is file. We're going to navigate back to where we got it. And just note that it's now 50%. So let's see if that is now a good size. Nope. Helps if you go back and select the right one. Okay. So that's one way. We'll come back to this in just a second. Other ways you can edit the size if you are using the fast stone. You can bring up the floating menu here. Go to open from phone. Let's pull the original up here. You're going to go to edit, resize. In most photo editors, if you go to edit, you're going to have the rotate and the resize options. And if you're using something like Photoshop, then that's, I think, still in the same spot. It might be in a different spot, but if you're using Photoshop, then you're obviously pretty good at editing photos. So we're going to go to resize. We're going to go to percentage. We're going to take this down to 40. Then we're going to save it. And note that this is the 40% size. So let's go ahead and insert that one. So 40. That's one thing. If you notice, when we modified the file in Faststone, we didn't flip it. So now they're showing opposite directions. So let's see what we get. I guess it helps choose a file. So we can go to preview. So if we were looking at this to post, we can see obviously it's not the right orientation. So we can come back in here and edit. Take these out. Insert, choose file. Nope. Okay. We did the preview and we saw that facing the wrong direction. So that's when we could come in here and go rotate right, or in Faststone, go to edit and rotate and then save. If we come back into here, now we're all upside down. Okay. So let's take that out. So even though here we're seeing it look correct, when it's posting, as you can see, it's upside down. So we can rotate. Right click, rotate. So, and that's a good example of what you're seeing on your desktop or in your folder may not be how the forum or whatever web application you're looking at interprets it. So let's see if we go what looks like upside down in our folder. Now becomes right side up. In our message. So now that we're happy with the way it looks here, just come in to post a message. So, hopefully that helped and didn't hurt. If you guys have any questions, just put it in the forum or shoot me an email. There's my email address. It is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to you guys. Appreciate all the help you guys give me over the year, and have a safe and happy holiday. And I will catch you next time.